So I wanted to make this video if there's anybody who is in an abusive relationship, or if you want to find out if your partner's cheating on you. And also in this video I'm going to be talking about how the universe tries to communicate with you and send you messages, but oftentimes a lot of people don't pay attention to the way that the universe communicates with them, because they don't know that it's the actual universe who's communicating with them. They just think that it's a coincidence or whatever. So this happened on 2 different occasions, how I found out that my boyfriend is a narcissist, and he acts like he doesn't see anything wrong with anything that he does, but this is how I found out that he actually is just playing one big game. So one day we were laying down watching a movie that he had put on. He put this movie on, he picked it out, and a scene comes on in the movie, and the scene was actually, felt like it was like replaying what happened to me earlier on in that day, what he did to me. So earlier on in the day, he was being an asshole like most narcissist boyfriends are, and he was just talking shit to me, telling me that I'm a slob, that I don't keep my house clean, and this and that, because I didn't fold all the laundry in one day. So whatever. So then when we're laying down watching this movie, this scene comes on in the movie where the husband was being an asshole to the wife, and she had went out to like hang out with one of her girlfriends, and she started telling her friend how her boyfriend has been treating her like shit. So then I'm just looking at my boyfriend because I'm like, oh, this looks familiar, while we're watching it. So I'm laying down on the bed, like against the wall with my head up against the wall, and he's sitting at the end of the bed, so it's not like we were sitting right next to each other. So he's in my view, he's in my clear view. I'm watching what he's doing while we're watching the movie. And as that part is playing, he reaches for the remote and he starts fast forwarding it. I said, what are you fast forwarding it for? I said, I'm watching this. He said, I don't want to fucking see that shit. I was like, I didn't say anything, but in my head I'm like, okay, so you have a guilty conscience. Okay, no problem. I didn't say anything about it though, because I was done arguing for the day. But I did peep it, and I took note of it. So then, about a couple weeks later, a month later, I've been having like this eerie gut feeling. I've been having this like eerie gut feeling that he's been cheating on me. Something has just been telling me like that he's cheating on me. I've been like, I'll see like an ad or something on Facebook, and it'll say, do you want to find out if your partner's cheating on you, like stuff like that. And then I'll hear somebody talking about it on the radio, whatever. Like, I kept hearing something about, is your boyfriend cheating on you? And then I would actually hear it in my own head, because like just certain things that he would do, his body language and like how he would act, he would accuse me of cheating on him, but I know that I wasn't cheating on him. So everybody knows that when somebody accuses you of doing something that you know that you're not doing, it's most likely because they're doing it. So whatever. I didn't say anything about it to him. But the same thing happened. So he put on another movie, but this was like a month later after the first incident. And so he put on this movie and we're watching it. And in the movie, it was about like a husband, and he's in the bed with his mistress, like having sex with her, and then all of a sudden his wife comes home. He's in the bedroom with the mistress, so the mistress jumps out of the bed and she ran into the bathroom, and the wife is like in the kitchen. She's talking to the husband, has no idea what's going on. She has a big bag of groceries in her hand, and as she walks into the bedroom, he's laying in the bed naked with like the sheet over him, and she looks to the side of the bed and she sees the robe laying still laying on the top of the bed like how I always do, and he's sitting at that foot of the bed, my boyfriend. But he like leans over to me as I'm laying down still, and he like grabs my hand and starts caressing it. And he like, it just like little signals like that, little, like, you have to pay attention to the very subtle change of body language. He was also like, I could just feel it. I could sense it off of him that he was feeling guilty about something. Like, I know I'm doing that, so let me caress her hand. He was like just touching my hand like this, and his hands was like sweaty too. Like, I don't know. If you want to see if your partner's doing something, just put on a movie that has something similar with whatever you're trying to find out about them, and see how they react. Do like how I did. Lay down in the back of the bed, just lay down like regular, and have him sit in front of you. Try and be behind him as much as you can, though, so you can like really pay attention and look as to how he reacts to watching something like that. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans, and it's a proven fact that even if you watch a movie on TV, it affects you as if you're seeing the same thing in real life. So it doesn't matter if it's on TV, if it's fake, it doesn't matter. Your brain is processing it as if it's happening right in front of you. So if somebody's guilty of something that they know they shouldn't be doing, and then it's played right in front of them, in front of their significant other, they're going to react. Whether they might be very good at hiding it, their reaction, because I'm the type of person, I'm going to make sure that I try not to do anything subconsciously. So some people are good at hiding it, but others not so much. Others don't even notice that they're doing anything. Even with myself, I noticed that when we would watch something on TV and it was something that I could relate to, or something that got me irritated, or something that we were watching on TV, I would start scratching my head or like moving around. Like, you have to pay attention. Like, if they were just sitting calmly and regular throughout the whole part of the movie that you've already started to watch, and then when that particular scene comes on, if they get all like fidgety, or if they get up to go get a glass of water or something, or if they start scratching their head or looking around or grab their phone to do something, that's a sign. Take that as a sign, and don't ignore that, because that's a sign that what you need to do is investigate further, because if they're doing that, they're telling on themselves. That's because they're guilty of something. And I promise you that if you dig a little bit deeper and you want to try and find out more information, you're going to find something. I can tell you that. But if they are just calm and continue watching the movie as if it doesn't affect them at all, then there's a chance that they're probably not doing anything that you may suspect that they're doing. But it all depends on you, because you know your partner best. So you have to pay attention to how they normally act, and just pay attention. Always pay attention, because body language always tells the truth. Always, 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 always. And also about the synchronicity part, like how I was saying before, when my boyfriend was being an asshole that day, and then we saw the scene on the TV. Sometimes synchronicities work like that. Well, not sometimes, they do work like that. This one day I had this thought in my head. I'm like I'm so tired of dealing with his shit. Like, I don't deserve to put up with this anymore. Like, this is just crazy. Like, enough is enough. And then I was watching something on TV, and the girl was talking about the same thing. She was telling her friend in this same movie that we were watching. She was telling her friend, she was like, I'm so tired of this. Like, I don't deserve to be treated this way. Now, when you heard that in your own head, and you're like, that's pretty much advice from the universe. When you hear it in your own head, and then when you see it again on TV, especially if it's like the same word for word, exactly what you were thinking in your head earlier on that day. That's confirmation. That's telling you. That's the universe speaking to you. Like, yes, this is me, the universe, telling you that you don't deserve to put up with this anymore. Like, you got to get out of this. That's the universe's way of communicating with you. So if you were just thinking of something, it's kind of like when you think of somebody and they call you. It's like kind of like that. But just always pay attention to that, because those are signs from the universe, and the universe can be telling you about anything. It's trying to get your attention. But most people don't really listen to it. They just like, oh, that's weird. That was a coincidence. I was just thinking that earlier. No, it's because the universe is trying to tell you something, and it wants you to listen. So it has to repeat the message in another way to try to grab your attention. But a lot of people will still ignore it, even after hearing it 3 different times. Like, for example, if they heard it in their head and they heard it again on a movie later on that day, and then let's say they were scrolling up and down Facebook, and then they hear the same exact message but through a different video, that's definitely a sign from the universe, and you should listen to whatever that message is, and just know that that was meant for you to hear that, and it was meant to grab your attention, not for you to say that it was a coincidence, but for you to actually listen to the advice and take it. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some of that information that I've been paying attention to, and I just thought I should share that, just in case if anybody else may need to use it. It's harmless. It's not like you're going through somebody's phone and you're being nosy and you're crossing boundaries. It's simple. You're not doing anything bad. You're not like trying to look for stuff, but it's just a simple thing that you can do to just see where your partner's head is at, pretty much. It's not doing any damage. I mean, even if you do it on purpose, put a movie on because you want to see if they react, it's harmless. It's not a big deal. It's not really overstepping any boundaries. You just want to see if they're going to react to it. If they have any subtle body language changes, just pay attention to that, because that's just the way that I feel like the universe communicates with you, to try to get your attention, so you know that you're not crazy and you're not just thinking these things, that these are real things that are really happening, but you just have chose to have a blind eye to it. But it's time to open our eyes and see our worth, and not let anybody get over on anything that they shouldn't be doing, especially if you're not doing anything to them where you deserve that. Nobody should have to go through that. So that's why I wanted to share this information with those of you who may need help with trying to find out if your partner's really who they say they are, or if they're just playing games with you. I think everybody deserves the right to know what's really going on, and if their partner's playing games with them, so they can move on and find somebody else if their partner's not being who they pretended who they were. You know what I'm saying? Alright, yeah, so that's pretty much my message for the day. If you have any questions or whatever, just leave a comment. Please like and subscribe if you can. I'm not going to beg people to do that, but I'm going to start sharing more little tricks and stories, advice, whatever,